Hello my friends, Ricardo Teixeira here and welcome back to another video. Today we will be testing Metaphor ReFantazio using the 6800 XT and the Ryzen 5700 X3D. We will be starting at 1080p with the highest possible settings with 100% renderization and unlimited FPS, so we can see the maximum performance that we can extract with this system. So let's check it out. Well, this is promising 900 frames, but that's not the real performance. But 300 plus, at least in this little scenario, it's quite something. And we are still being CPU bottlenecked. Amazing. But let's see in a real dungeon how the game performs. This is just a small area, so it's no wonder these big numbers appear in here. But let's check in the actual dungeon to see the performance that we get. So inside of the dungeon we are getting 125 frames per second. Let me reset the counter so we can have a better measure of the performance in here. But it's quite good. It's a high refresh rate experience actually. Oh, this stutter there, don't know why. But besides that, very good performance. No complaints here. If you have a 1080p monitor, high refresh rate 1080p monitor, you will be very pleased with the result of this system. But let's push things a little bit further in terms of graphic fidelity, because I know this system can go much higher than this. So let's go 1440p now. We will leave the same settings as before. Highest settings with 100, scale renderization and no limit in our FPS. So let's reset the counter here. 124, 23, sorry. It's still quite good. 83% on the 6800 XT of usage. It's still being CPU bottlenecked, but it's enjoyable. No complaints here whatsoever. No major stutters. The frame time is quite smooth actually. And this is a pretty nice game. Not the best game in terms of visual in the world, but it's enjoyable. It's very pretty. As you can see, this is a dungeon crawler JRPG type of game, so most of the areas you'll encounter will be like this. Small areas, you'll go from one to another, so there's not many things to render. So the game, it's not that high demanding on the system, although again it's very good in terms of visuals. But let's crump things up again a little bit more. Let's say 4K, yeah, if the system can manage 4K in this game. Again, same as before. High settings with 100% scale renderization, sorry, and unlimited FPS. And now we are getting 80s, 84, 82 with an average of 87 frames per second. That's quite good actually. And 79 FPS on our minimum. It's more than good. It's actually awesome in my opinion. But let's see battle. We have two types of battle in this game. A turn-based battle that we are seeing here in this moment, and a hack and slash type of battle that we can do when the enemies are weak or weaker than us. But again, 4K, no problem. 90s, 100s, stable game. Quite a few stutters here and there, but no big deal. Nothing that this a bad experience in any way. But again, 90s, 1% lows, dropped a little bit to 67, but still quite good. No complaints, or no major complaints here. The game runs absolutely flawlessly at 4K in this system. As you can see, there are two types of battle in this game. Sort of a hack and slash, as you can see in here, and turn-based that we saw before. It's a new system to me. I have never played a game that has these two types of combat. It was a, how can I say this, nice surprise, at least in my opinion. No, it's not always hack and slash, but it's not always turn-based. You can have quick combats like you see in here. And again, the performance, amazing. Absolutely no complaints in here, in any means. Gorgeous visuals, but let's see if we can push it a little bit higher, because we have scale renderization. Let's see 125 at 4K and see how the system performs. Ooh, huge drop in our frames per second. Now we are in the house of 55, 54, 57 frames per second. I'm sorry, I forgot to reset the counter in here. 1% lows. Here we are. 50s. Average of 53, 50 FPS. It's still playable if you want to play it like this, because again, this is a single player title. A turn-based, if you want, single player title, so the FPS is not that big deal, that of a big deal, right? In this type of game, it's not a shooter. You don't have to be precisely aiming and every little bit of frames count. No, this is a dungeon crawling game, a JRPG, and if you want, you can play like this. It's gorgeous. It's not 60 frames all of the time, but again, this is more than 4K. You can't ask anything more of a 6800 XT. But to me, the sweet spot with this system is 4K, 100% scale renderization, and V-Sync. I don't need 80s or 90 frames, especially in this type of game. I'm playing in a 4K screen with only 6 Hz, so I can only have 60 FPS on average. But again, let's test it a little bit more. 4K, again, another area, different enemies. You're going to have a bunch of enemies here, but smooth performance, 80s, average of 99 FPS, again, absolutely no complaints here. If you have this system and you want to play this game, you will definitely have a lot of fun. No discussion here. The game runs flawlessly, so again, no complaints. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to support the channel, so I can bring more of this content to you if you enjoy it. I have a lot of CPUs and GPUs to test. This one is my strongest system, but I have a couple of more systems, old one Xeons and old i5s, 3rd generation, 4th generation, that many of you still have. And let's be honest, some of those old machines still have some fighting left in them. You'll be amazed what they can still produce or still play, combined with a decent GPU. So again, thank you very much for watching. See you soon.